Yo guys, we're back again with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different, but we're going to be talking about which game should you play, Warframe or Destiny 2. Now, both of these games are free to play, so I say play both of them. There's no hurt in it. You're not going to lose anything. You can play both, have a good time. But if you're thinking if there's one that you want to dedicate to put more time into, or what you should be putting time into, I'm pretty much going to tell you the differences between Warframe and Destiny 2. So, first off, in Warframe, there's no PvP. No PvP. I mean, there is PvP over here. Let's see. So here's the thing, is you can do these PvPs where it's like one versus all, so it's free for all, 4v4, capture the flag, and then this is like a Rocket League type of game mode. You can do all these, but really the only match you'll find here is the one versus all. You might get a free-for-all match for Warframe PvP, but it's not very popular and not many people actually play this stuff. And let's see, there's 3 people in here, and it's amazing that I even found that many people. I don't even know what guns I'm using right now, so we'll see what happens, I guess. Now, the look of it looks really cool. Like, they could really do some awesome stuff here. But for the most part, it's pretty... Oh, I got the Arcoplasma. It's pretty whatever. And also, you have to get separate mods for PvP and stuff like that. There's only PvP mods on the PvP side of things. So, your loadout that you have won't actually be seen or even known, like what like you're even doing. Like, none of your mods are on your weapons. And that's the only thing that's really crappy, is that some people that farm PvP a lot, they'll have like a ton of mods and they'll have like a really like big advantage on you. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. You have to even like separately get these. I will say it's very fast paced, that's for sure. Oh well, this dude's just coming up here. But yeah, so PvP not that great and not many people play it. You can usually find at least 1 to 2 people in a free-for-all though, so like it is possible if you really did enjoy it, you know what I mean? But PvP on there, not so great. And yeah, so definitely not going to be the highlight of the game. Now, if you enjoy more PvP, then Destiny 2 is definitely going to be the better option for you. Now, next thing on the list, a lot of people will ask, what is the in-game content of Warframe? Well, to be honest, there's really no in-game content of Warframe. It's more like Warframe is like you have a goal to like complete the whole star chart, which is pretty much what I've already done here. And then in-game you have some sorties you can run, which gives you like good in-game loot like Riven mods. But really just getting Riven mods and selling stuff. Pretty much platinum farming is in-game, or even doing like the fashion frame is in-game. But really there's nothing you have to do. It's more like you just go and farm mods and farm resources to just make your character stronger. So like we go to the mods here, and we'll sort these by rating. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Rank, there we go. So mods like this, you'd spend a lot of resources to level them up. So if I click on let's see, something that's not maxed out here, hold on. So intensity, right, it'll take 15k endo to upgrade it to the max rank. And every time you upgrade these, it makes you better. So this would be your gearing system. You basically just put mods on weapons and warframes and everything like that. And you just upgrade them and make them better. So really, you just make yourself better to go into further content where you can grind and farm more stuff. But there's really no need for you to do any of it. It's more of the gameplay is just so fun, and that's what you just want to do. So, you know, but as far as like in-game content goes, or like what you could do, you can do any of the events that are going on. That's something that's in-game content. You can do the battle pass, which is something you can do. You can do your alerts, get your daily endo. You can also do, you can farm the syndicates to get syndicate weapons and sell those. You can farm Eidolons or do the new stuff on the new open world snow map, or even do the newest map stuff, which is the Demios or whatever. You can go there and have a good time doing some open world content. But really, that's all there is to it. It's really just, you're just doing stuff to upgrade yourself, and then, but you don't even have to do it. There's a lot of other ways to get things. Like, you can buy stuff with platinum, and then also you can just run missions to get mods. So really the only thing you'll need is just mods. And then there are these arcanes, which arcanes you can get from doing the Eidolon. So I'd say Eidolon is still more relevant than most of the other stuff. The new area is probably going to give you more of the new tech suits that they have out right now, but everything you do and like grind for is just to help you kill stuff in more ways to upgrade, and that's pretty much it. But there's no like raids, there's no dungeons, there's no in-game content like that. At the end of the day, you're really just playing to upgrade your character and get a lot of farm and currency, and not really having any PvP is kind of a downside. If they do a revamp, that would be awesome, but they probably won't do any revamps anytime soon. But that, I think they've said something about it, which if they get PvP down, like, this could be really freaking cool. But alright, that's it for Warframe. Let's go ahead and roll out Destiny 2. Okay guys, we're back and we're on Destiny 2 this time, and we're going to be talking about D2 and basically what this game has to offer opposed to Warframe. Now, D2 is more instance-based, where you have to travel around a lot, like you're going to be fast traveling everywhere, and everything is a lot smaller. Like, this is an open world map, but you can get to point A to point B very quickly. So as far as open world goes, I think the Warframe open world maps are a lot better. They're a lot bigger, and they're more open world because you can actually go as high as you want, as low as you want. With D2, there's these tracks you can see, and this is the only way to get over to this point. Like, you couldn't just jump over this gap to get here. You'd have to take this way or this way, and there's no other way to get around there. But with Warframe, you can get anywhere on the map they have, like any way, like up, down, left, right, you know, however, whatever method you want to get there, you can do it. But so Destiny 2 is actually a lot bigger in the PvP scene, and pretty much the in-game content, there is a little bit better in-game content here. First I'm gonna get this spare rations on, and then we will check out PvP and, you know, all that good stuff. But pretty much the PvP is a lot better on here. It is made by Bungie, and it was made by Activision as well, and those are, you know, pretty good shooters. Call of Duty, hello. So they've got a pretty good knowledge of how to do some good PvP. And as far as like in-game content goes, real quick, we'll go over that real quick. Basically, you can get to max gear level without even doing a raid or a dungeon. Well, at least a raid. But so yeah, so basically all these bounties right here, if you complete all these bounties, you'll get gear upgrades each week. So if you just keep doing these weeklies, you'll eventually hit the max item level, which right now mine's tanking a little bit because I put this gun on. But if I have my 1228, you can pretty much get up to max item level pretty quickly. Now, unlike Warframe, where getting a bunch of good mods and good gear is irrelevant, on Destiny 2, the difference is that you can actually use that to dominate in PvP. So like in Crucible, it'll tell you like, where is that? So it says level advantage is disabled down there under the fire team 1 to 6 players, and pretty much in ranked, I do believe, where is it at? Ranked, which one is it? Okay, so level advantage is enabled in the Trials of Osiris, and then I think ranked is also available for it. So so yeah, you can pretty much, you know, do, you know, grind a lot of gear so you can be OP in PvP, right? Now, there is a lot of weapons that are OP in PvP, and item level isn't as big of a deal, but it does give you an advantage with like the armor stats that you have right here. So if you had like really high mobility and recovery, you'd start regenerating really quickly, and you'd be really freaking fast. So you'd be super freaking fast and recover really quickly. So D2's in-game content, though, is you're going to be running these weeklies to get good gear. And then also there are raids on different planets. Like, let's see, there's a raid right here. We do a raid you can get some legendary gear and also some legendary weapons that are really good. But basically, raiding is there if you want to get gear really quickly and not have to wait for the weeklies. And then there's also the dungeons, which these are like just basic normal dungeons. These are like the mythic tier, or like, you know, high tier dungeons. And you can get a lot of good gear that way too. And then if you click on it, there's actually 4 different ways to get it. And if you go to the bottom one, Grandmaster, you get exotic gear, which is a common drop, and then Ascendant Shards, which is common, which that goes into upgrading your gear. So you can get a lot of good stuff from running these dungeons and raids, and it's actually like beneficial, like, you know, because like on Warframe you wouldn't have to run an Eidolon or any of that stuff you didn't really want to, like, because you could just use mods and be fine. But alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into some PvP real quick. So that's pretty much the content that you have on Destiny 2 opposed to Warframe. Let's see, what are we going to play? We're just going to play some, whatever this is. Oh yeah, Control, here we go. So yeah, the matches are going to be a lot faster on here, and a lot of more people actually play D2, and I know a lot of people actually only play D2 for the multiplayer because they enjoy it so much. So multiplayer on D2 is actually going to be something you actually have, opposed to Warframe not having it, as well as the gear. Your gear is actually going to take, you know, account, and it's going to matter what kind of gear you get in D2 a lot more than Warframe. Warframe, your gear or your mods will only really matter if you're doing very difficult content, like let's say you're doing Eidolons or, you know, sorties or something. Then you're going to want your best mods on with your best weapons, you know what I mean? The best mods and weapons you can have to just take out those enemies very quickly. And then Warframe, you're basically trying to farm for some other resource that happens, which Warframe, the best thing about Warframe is the gameplay is so addictive and fun that you don't even care that, like, that's how shitty it is. But yeah, I like both of these games. I'll play both of these games very regularly. So yeah, but let's go ahead and check out some D2 PvP. Now, I'm not very great at the PvPs on here. I don't play it very often, so we'll just take a look at it. Now, there's like a lot more game modes on here as well. It's like cap the point. There's survival, where it's just like you have one life and your team is killing the other team, and it's like pretty much like almost like search and destroy but with no bomb. There's a lot of different game modes though that you can play. Now you also have this flashy stuff. Oh, well, just got one tapped. Gee whiz. But yes, this is what the PvP looks like, just a little bit. I used to actually be good with the spare rations. So this is what you'll be in for with it when it comes to PvP. You got your little abilities, you got dodge rolls, you got grenades, you got your melee ability. And then you also have your ultimate ability, which is really fun. So whenever you run around your ultimate ability, it's like really makes the game a blast. Yeah, so we're capturing zones. We own that. But yeah, pretty much, guys, those are pretty much the differences between Warframe and Destiny 2, and if that was, you know, helpful, help you guys find out if, you know, which one you want to play more than the other. Well, that's pretty much all there is to it. There's not much there. But this is what Destiny 2's PvP looks like a little bit. And oh yeah, we're gonna actually leave this match just because, you know, fuck it. But yeah, so those are the two differences between Destiny 2 and Warframe. You can have good PvP with D2, better PvE content in my opinion on Warframe, even though the gear doesn't really matter what you get on Warframe, but D2's gear actually does matter for PvP and other things like that. So if you want more of a reason to farm PvE stuff to be, you know, OP at PvP, then that's how I am, at least, and that's how you can rock it. So it's really up to whatever y'all decide to play. But I hope this was informational. I helped you guys out, and I will catch y'all on the next one.